Ever taken a photo like this and thought it would look amazing, but when you open it later, it just feels flat? Same scene, same light, completely different result. This is something that we see all the time, and it's something that I struggled with myself for years. The image isn't bad, it's just missing something. And most of us try and correct it the same way by adding contrast and saturation, but we're not bringing out the depth of the image. Thanks again for tuning back into the channel. In this week's video, we'll be looking at creating depth from a flat scene, from a flat recorded scene where you know that the light and the entire environment look 3D, but when you get back home, it's simply a flat raw file. So we'll be looking into one technique to bring the depth back into your photo, and then we'll relate it to other images as well. Let's dive right in. So we're going to take a look at this image here, and what we're going to do is going to break it down into layers: foreground, midground and the background. And as you can see here, it's quite easily broken up, this image, but there's a useful point to this image as well, which is the contrast that lies in the midground for me. This will really help emphasize the edit that we're about to do. So I'm going to copy up the layer, and I'm going to use Camera Raw to edit this image. And we're going to work just in using the layers, and the first thing I'm going to do is balance the image. Now that the image is balanced and warmed up, I am going to work with some linear gradients, and we're going to darken the foreground because normally, unless there's light in the source, we need to draw the eye in, so darkening the foreground helps to do that. I'm also going to warm up the foreground as well because we use warmer tones most of the time in the foreground and cooler tones in the background. Second one is in the sky, and we're going to intersect this linear gradient with the sky just to get a slightly better fade with it as well. And in the case of this one, we are going to turn the exposure down slightly, and then I'm going to dial in some more blue to this as well, bring the exposure back up, and with this one we're going to dial in some blue because it's in the distance, and then we're going to pull back the highlights. I'm also going to pull back the saturation as well, and that will help push that into the distance even further. The next mask is a radial gradient, and we're going to highlight the midground here. And with this one as well, we're going to be bringing in some more light to this to help emphasize, as I mentioned earlier, the contrast that's on that hill to the right. So we're going to lift the exposure on this one. We're also going to dial in some more warmer tones, and that again will help emphasize the light. Next mask we're going to do is a brush, and now we're going to play around with some of the other smaller areas where the sunlight has fallen, and straight away I'm going to dial in some warm tones and adjust the exposure slightly. And then, although I'm painting quite liberally here, I am just emphasizing this just to show you the final effect. You would take your time doing this, but it just helps emphasize the areas. And I'm going back over some of the areas that I've already added the radial gradient to as well. And already you can see the difference that that makes. So in the foreground, we have some light areas, and we just want to emphasize these as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to darken the foreground as well, again with a linear gradient. I'm going to lift the highlights, which will pick up some of the lighter grasses. I'm then going to add a radial gradient just in this area here. Again, everything's just building up to help emphasize the image. And if you look at this now, it's not just more contrast, it actually feels deeper. And once you start thinking this way, this is where things really get interesting, because images like these, which look completely chaotic, can be shaped using exactly the same ideas: depth, separation, light and colour. The technique doesn't matter, the thinking does. And this is the shift that actually changed everything for me. Instead of trying to fix images, I started to think about how I could build them. So if your photo feels flat, it's not that the scene wasn't good enough. It's that the depth hasn't yet been translated into the final image. I'll be diving deeper into these techniques, plus more, and especially when it comes to multiple exposure photography, creative photography, and ICM. So if this is something that you're keen to learn more about, there is more coming soon. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.